Hello, welcome. My name is Teacher Jade of Teacher Jade's Writing Academy, and my info in under 5 minutes today is about customer service. This is especially important if you are a brick and mortar teacher coming into this virtual teaching as a potential career or even as a side hustle. Now, the reason why I say that, a lot of teachers are used to this idea that they're supposed to go above and beyond. They're supposed to bend over backwards. They're supposed to be available at all times whenever parents or students or admin make requests. You're now functioning as a business. You have to start thinking about yourself as the producer of this service, the producer of products maybe potentially in the future, but you also have to deal with how you're going to deal with and how you're going to approach people that are taking your classes. First thing I want you to do is consider your time. What do you value? If you allow people to walk all over you, to take your classes for free, to give out discounts, to give refunds, you're not going to earn a living doing this. Number two, after you get an email that may come across rude, you can't really read their tone, but we can read tone. So if you get a message and it throws you off just a little bit, if it upsets you, if it bothers you, if you feel like they're being rude, respond, but don't press send. Wait a few hours, come back, read your response, and then revise it. You don't want to come across with the same tone as them. You want to make sure you're wording your response accurately. And if you have someone that you feel safe venting to, and I always talk about safely venting with people, send your response to them and see what they say. I get plenty of messages from parents that are making requests that I think are just completely outlandish. Not going to do it. If it's not in my course description, I'm not doing it. I'll draft my message, my response. I let my daughter read it. I send it to a couple of friends. I let it sit for a while. I come back, I reread it, edit, revise, and send. Number three, the customer is not always right. And I'm just going to leave that at that. It's not true. You're a consumer yourself. You've been a customer. And I do say give the type of customer service that you'd want to receive, but just a little bit better. But it does not mean that your customer is always right. I teach a class and it's very clearly outlined what the course includes. And so one of the biggest things I get is messages about due dates. I state that due dates are required. They're not optional. And the reason for this, I teach 150 to 200 students a week. So that's 150 to 200 papers a week that I'm doing feedback on. And if everyone decides that they're going to skip the due date and just turn their work in on the same day, I would have 200 papers in one day to provide feedback for. So I have it in my course description, have it in my welcome message. I say it in every class and I post it after every single class, but I'll still get messages from parents and students requesting at the time outside of the time that I schedule for feedback to complete feedback because they submit their work past the due date. And instead of responding the way I want to respond, I send back a message that states, please review the course description, the welcome message, the class information, and the recordings to see the information in regards to due dates. It saves me a lot of time. I just keep it in notes on my desktop, so all I have to do is copy and paste this same message because it happens a lot. Now, I'm flexible if I'm told ahead of time or if they let me know that there's some type of emergency, but, oh, I forgot to turn this in. That doesn't work because I respect my time and I want other people to respect and value my time as well. Number four, don't ignore messages. If somebody sends you an email, or somebody sends you a message, respond. Doesn't matter how short the response is, make sure you're responding. Those are still potential clients, potential customers, potential students, potential learners. You want to make sure that you're responding to those messages. Number five, when all else fails, just smile. There's always another day. That's not really the best answer, but I find that if I smile when I respond to an email or if I smile as I'm reading it, my attitude towards that message and my response is a lot better. So that is today's information in under 5 about customer service. Drop your tips for quality customer service.